Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another Hitman Colorado video sponsored by RageWorks.net. This video features 4 accident kills and is an alternate method of completing the perfect alibi challenge.
Welcome to Colorado, 47.
Now, I stashed the baton in this little messed up house here, and I pick up my coin, of course. I'm not gonna fast forward through this just because usually if you go into that little house, it changes up the timing on the guards. But I found that if you run behind this back barrier and just keep running while crouched, you don't have to stop at all. So I just wanted to show, my new quote-unquote pattern here. You probably will get light or, even fully spotted by one guard. But you should be able to make it to this gate here and unlock it and get inside without having to wait for anybody. Now, obviously, I already got perfect alibi, but the 4 accidents that I'm going to get are first chemical warfare, which is blowing up Penelope Graves.
Oh.
I thought I was going to get this guy to come down the steps, but he says forget it. It doesn't matter because it's going to be similar to the last time you saw me take these guys out, except this time I'm using the brick, and you gotta be ready to move when you knock him out. You still want to wait for the guy who's sitting down to drop his head. If he hasn't, he might go into combat mode. He's still going to see the crime here.
Hey, what's that?
But just post up against this wall here, get your baton ready,
Come
target his head,
Hey,
and as
sleeper.
soon as he gets in between, throw it at him. Nighty-night. You never got a chance to wake this guy up. Back to Penelope Graves. You specifically have to blow her up by detonating the tall gas canister, the red one, which there's a few around here. So there's a couple of different ways to do this. I find this is actually quite an annoying way to do it, but I find it to be the least one, at least for my taste. Now you see me run down here and pick up apricots. I have a weird obsession with the apricots here, but they are useful. They're very good distractions. And here, I'm really just killing time here because she takes a while to get over here. I don't need that poison, but it is going to come in handy in one of my later runs. So here I'm looking for her, and you can see she's walking up right now. The reason why I'm looking down is you want to hear both of her conversations, otherwise the guards may not behave properly to stay far enough away from her.
Analyst. Strange to see her as part of this crowd.
You need to hear the one right here where she tells them to leave her alone for a few minutes.
Hi, I'm
And
Penelope
you need to
Graves.
hear the one where she's talking to this guard as well.
Wow.
Otherwise, her 2 guards will follow her and you'll get non-target kills. If you don't care about that, then that's fine.
I guess the stress of building all those bombs needs to get chatted about somehow.
And the others?
And see, I'm targeting the gas can now. You can hit the top of it and still detonate it.
How it might be affected. Apart from that, I ain't know much.
Now, I didn't hear the clang, but it did hit. I have the Krugermeyer, and I recommend the Krugermeyer for this mission, for most of the Colorado missions just because of the lower sound.
He's down. Excellent work.
Now,
47.
the second shot detonated it. That's an accident kill. I only killed her. And now I'm just speeding this up because I'm running to the garage. You see me pick up the wrench. Now we need to take out both of the tech guys. So I'm waiting first for this guy who works underneath the car.
Something detonated in the proximity. We could have some kind of extremist on our hands.
Wait for him to get underneath the car and start working again. Then get behind him and toss your apricot or coin like as close to the door as you can get it. Then run inside. Things don't work as well as I normally anticipate, but it should work for you. If not, you gotta have a second coin or apricot. That should have brought him in, but I guess because the door closes in his face, he says forget it. When he turns around, I just open the door and throw another one, and then he comes in. Kind of bugged me to knock this guy out because if you listen to his voice, he kind of sounds like Steve Bloom. If he is, they didn't credit him on the, or at least not yet on IMDb.
Sir, I will need you to return to normal human behavior.
That really sounds like Steve Bloom to me. But knock him out. If you care about Silent Assassin and this happens, you need to put him in a box. Otherwise, you can leave him here. I don't get Silent Assassin because of something else that happens later on. But I was trying to. Now, I had to wait here because Maya Pavarti is right there. And she is really good for ruining runs. It's like she's looking for bodies. Now that she's gone, drop him in the box. If it didn't say compromised, I could have left him in there. To get the other tech, you just turn off this generator.
What's going on?
It's probably better to walk up behind this guy versus throwing something at him like I did, because you want to make sure that the generator is turned off. Otherwise, somebody else will come.
And it's back on.
Also, be as quick as possible. If stuff like this happens, it can mess you up because you'll notice I almost get spotted because right behind me there are two guys in a room. I just sped this up because I'm waiting for Pavarti to come back over here. When you notice that she's leaving, and this is where the mini-map helps, you just aim your coin so that it bounces right underneath the SUV, which you'll see me do in a moment. With the two techs going, she has nobody to order to go check that out for her, so she does it herself. If you don't have a mini-map, look for the shadow. There's her shadow. Toss the coin.
That is Maya Pavarti, Sri Lankan
And get ready to do your
assassin
Ivan
turned pirate
Drago
turned
impersonation.
insurgent.
I must break.
He's down. Good work.
But you know, after I must break you, I must get my coin back. Now that was
Only the best
crushed
man.
it.
You know it.
You know, I've been thinking. In school, they always
And I'm heading inside this greenhouse to start the setup for Unclean, which leads to the death of Shawn Rose.
Judicial branches, right?
As far as the next person to go, we're going after Ezra Berg now, and this is going to be the Mowed Down challenge. But he's useful. He's more useful to us alive in here because we need something from here to get unclean. We need to be able to get inside here and get the hallucinogenic drugs. I guess they didn't want to say LSD, even though they do in the briefing. When you're waiting for those guys to get in position, it's good to come over here and start this conversation, because then you only have one guy over here instead of two. One of them comes over here and goes on the other side of the barn and stays there smoking. Now, if Berg is not in here, because when he is, it's easy to get this guy on the outside because the guy on the inside is talking to Berg. Just be patient here, and their patterns will overlap where the guy inside will turn around and the guy outside will be looking in the window. That's when you can knock him out safely. See, he's walked over away from him now. Or he's about to. Just knock him out quickly. Get him in the box, and Ezra Berg came in just at this moment. I was trying to pick up the gun here and accidentally turned off the generator.
System breakdown.
So run around the barn, and this is where I lose my silent assassin. It's all because of that mistake. I don't know who spotted me. I think it's Berg.
Okay.
Because usually I would wait for Berg to leave to knock this guy out. It's gotta be Berg. Fortunately, I had enough time to change my outfit, my disguise, so they didn't realize who actually caused the trouble. And this leads me over to the house so I can set up Mowed Down. The name of the challenge is kind of misleading. I was hoping that Berg would actually get run over and chopped up by the lawnmower. Instead, you start an oil leak and he blows himself up.
All clear. Stand down. Target is in the vicinity. Look alive.
I got tons of respect for you guys. So successful. Scary good.
So at this point, we have taken out both of the militia guys that are around this building. This little garage, actually shed, whatever. So you climb in. You definitely want to pick up the hallucinogenics. You can pick up the nitroglycerin if you want. I would say pick up the wrench and the screwdriver for good measure. Depending upon, you know, what missions you're doing, you might need it. Definitely pick up the basement key. Screwdriver is over here by the door. And then just make your way back out. Now, after you get the hallucinogenics, if you haven't done this before, if you're not using the opportunity guide, you want to lace the cigarettes with the hallucinogenics. The cigarettes are right here on this table. Just be careful. Nobody spotted me, but you saw everybody light up and become an enforcer, so be careful. Now I'm just trying to figure the best way in because I'm looking out for cameras. all that work, and I follow
That
Berg
is
in
Ezra
here
Berg,
and get
former
filmed
Mossad
by a camera.
interrogator. His services are in demand at the moment.
It doesn't matter. I'm still gonna take it out. I just was trying to see if I could avoid it. There are cameras at all the standard points of entry, so it's difficult to avoid it. Because they're also tight corridors. Now I want to let them finish their conversation before I can take out the cameras. So I'm going upstairs and trying to get the 3D mask.
Another one. Oh, do tell.
Okay, so you
Between the guy patrolling the hallway here, the hacker getting paranoid, and later on Shawn Rose coming up here, I don't know if I, just quietly panicked or got nervous or what, but I forgot that in the room to the left where the hackers playing video games with the militia soldier, that I could do the I think it's called this It Ain't Ulcer Pills challenge or something like that. Basically where you play the video game. Gotta pick up that baseball, which is more like a softball. I'm gonna do a separate video for the video game challenge. Because the next thing I'm gonna try to do is see if I can get Silent Assassin suit only. So you just shoot the hard drive here. And again, with the Krugermeyer, you're practically right behind him, and he doesn't even notice. This is where I'm continuing the Unclean challenge. You're tampering with the clock, which messes with Shawn Rose's OCD.
Berg has been eliminated. Good work, 47.
That was the Mowed Down challenge. Ezra Berg just got blown up.
Anyway, someone knocked a pen off center.
So I see there's a guard in here, and I just want to take him out to make things easier when Shawn Rose gets upstairs. This is the same guy who was sleeping on the bed in the last challenge, so you know what's coming for him. He steps up to the plate. And he's out of there. That's the ball game, folks. I just got to mess up the pencils, and that finishes the Unclean challenge. Basically what's going to happen is Shawn Rose is so OCD that he sees that the time is wrong on the grandfather clock. That, irks him. I don't get to see it because I'm up here. Then he's going to come up to his room, and on his desk you'll see the pencils are out of alignment. that just sets him over the edge. So to calm down, he needs to smoke a cigarette. And those are the cigarettes that I've lined with the drugs. I was hiding at first because I'm inside his room. But in this disguise, Shawn Rose is not an enforcer when I'm wearing it. So I can walk around freely in front of him. This guard is the only one I have to worry about. So here comes Shawn
That
Rose.
is Shawn Rose, terrorist turned insurgent.
I don't have the key to his room, so I follow him right inside. I did it carefully just to make sure it didn't suddenly mark me as trespassing. At this point, there's no reason for me to even be hiding, but I figured maybe a guard might come in.
Just look at it.
One thing that really bugs me about this Colorado level, and I'm sure other people have noticed, there are wind sound effects that are similar to the sound effect when you are about to be spotted by somebody. So it throws me off.
Well, the boss man is crafty. You gotta give him that. This whole shadow part.
I was just following Shawn Rose to see what happens. I had never done the Unclean Challenge before, but it's a good thing I did follow him. When I blew up Ezra Berg inside the shed, I didn't have to follow him, and I had that same line of thinking. But it was good this time because if I hadn't followed him, I wouldn't have gotten the kill. Because I was thinking to myself, it's possible, but this guy's already experienced LSD, so I doubt that lacing his cigarette with hallucinogenics is going to kill him. But it does do something funny. He starts freaking out and scratching himself. I guess he thinks bugs are all over him or something. And that he's dirty. He's going to run into the shed in front of him. And I'm going to drown him where he's washing himself. That'll get me the cleaning up challenge. It'll get me hold my hair, and because of the other runs that I've done, it's gonna unlock Master Assassin for me.
Unclean. I gotta get it off. Ah, get it off. Get it off.
Have a drink, buddy. Drink it in.
That's all targets taken care of, 47. Now gain access to the tornado shelter.
And nobody's gonna come in here, but again, just being thorough, because there is a box right outside this window. See, that was 4 accident kills, so if you did follow this method, you might not get Silent Assassin, but you will get Perfect Alibi. Now this jerk from my last video who was taking selfies with the prisoner is still down there. I'm not going to let him start taking pictures again. And look, he was like putting his face in the scanner like his face is supposed to work. He knows it's only Shawn Rose's face. Idiot. This time I'm not even bothering with him. That's it. So, thanks for watching the video, guys. This is the end. Wish me luck. I'm going for Silent Assassin suit only. I'll have a video up on that video game challenge. Shout out to Vanilla Beast for helping me on that one. And I will see you guys in the next video. Everybody have a good day now.